Hello. So a student sent me a question by email that I want to address here because I imagine some of you have the same question and are wondering the same thing. So I'm going to read the email. It says, after reviewing my quiz, I have concerns about this answer being wrong as well because I specifically remember one of the videos you posted to watch stating if it's a verifiable fact, such as dates or historical events, you don't need to provide a source. So, this video, the one that she's referring to, does say that. However, in the same video, it does provide a little bit of argument for what is common sense does not necessarily mean common sense. And I'm going to use an example of verifiable facts and historical events for that. So now let us use the example that I use in terms of the sky is blue. Somebody might say it's verifiable that the sky is blue. All you just have to do is look up in the sky and you will see that the sky is blue. The thing is, that is on the assumption that everybody can look up in the sky and see that the sky is blue. Some people may be colorblind and some people may be visually impaired. That makes it difficult for them to verify those facts. So on that, it becomes questionable just how verifiable is this fact. And then there is, of course, the assumption that every part of the world, their sky is blue. It may not be the case. Maybe in your part of the world, you are very used to the sky being blue, and therefore you assume that that is what applies to everywhere. It may not be. So that does bring question to how verifiable the fact is. Now, to the thing about historical events. The thing about historical events, which you guys may already know, is that it can be quite subjective, right? This is taking away the thing about who is the one who is recording this event. But the thing is, sometimes if you may have different accounts of the same events being quite contradictory. So you cannot also say a historical event cannot be cited because that is working on the assumption that there is consistency in terms of everybody's understanding of historical events and everybody's recording of historical events. That is not true. So, which is to say that what is historical events or what has been presented as a historical event is can be questioned, and what is a verifiable fact can also be questioned. So I wanted to address this one specifically before I go into the question. So in my reply, I said everything should be backed up, not that everything will be backed up, right? So rule of thumb, you should back up everything. In practice, you may not back up everything. There may be some kind of trading that your one does in when it comes to whether you should cite something or whether you shouldn't cite something. Sometimes even very experienced researchers, when you give maybe say your peer to read something and they would read it and feel like, oh, this sentence needs to be cited, and then you can review it, and then what if you agree that it needs to be cited, then you can cite it. But like I said, rule of thumb, everything should be cited. Whether in fact you're going to cite everything is an entirely different conversation, but you should always have it at the back of your mind that you should cite everything. So that is that. I hope this helps and doesn't leave you still confused about that question. So do have a lovely day. Bye.